today's video. In today's video, we'll look into a scenario in which Britain was like, no, Germany, you can't have the Sudetenland. You can't have what you want. And Germany's like, well, that's not right. Yeah, because Germany's Germany. First, we will see Hitler rises to power. They annex the Rhineland, and now he goes to Anschluss, because we all know who he is. He demands Sudetenland. He demands it. He has refused it. He says, well, I'm going to invade Sudetenland, and loses his mind. Because why wouldn't he? Germany, unready to war, doesn't think twice about this. This is a big risk considering they were denied it. The Allies will do something with him moving into the Sudetenland. Because he can. I move further into Czechia. He's told, if you don't leave from Czechoslovakia right now, this will mean war by Britain and their friends France, who brings in all their friends, because why not? They have friends such as France, their colonies, and their Commonwealth, because Britain is just Britain. Obviously, the Allies have the upper hand, as they're in every continent of the world, from Oceania to Asia to Africa to South America, to North America, to Europe. But keep in mind, Germany started increasing its, not population, what's the word? Their military spending rapidly, military production, steel production, and everything around these years. So that's a bit of their advantage. France's and Britain's advantages, they have more land, more people, because of all the colonies. Their team has more population and more bigger armies, I would say. But Germany, keep in mind, probably right now is increasing its military rapidly. Also, this is a year before World War II started in our timelines. So, like, as they move towards Slovakian areas, they ask Hungary to help invade for... They will get Ruthenia and some Hungarian lands. Hungary's like, okay, even though they want all of Slovakia, they can't have it all. And Germany is struggling against France in this timeline. France quickly reoccupies the Rhineland. This is not like a demilitarized zone, but an occupation. With Germany at this point desperate for friends, because they need a friend, they pick Italy, who pretends to be a world power, but okay. What's Italy going to do? Lose? Mind my Italy World War II jokes, but yeah. And one of the first things that happens in Libya is basically a Franco-British victory in the southern areas, but Libya is able to hold these on. Ethiopia, on the other hand, is pretty good in one of their colonies, but not for long. With Italy also doing good in Libya as they invade, but also bad at the same time. With Egyptian troops ready. France is this is going to be a different timeline, as we can tell everybody's a bit weaker in this timeline and not as prepared. Because Britain and France didn't start preparing. And so, France would lose lands in the south, but I wouldn't say too much because of the setup. With a crossing of the Rhine River happening. And seeing that France and Britain are supplying the Netherlands and Belgium, chances are, in case of their event, Germany views that they might join the war. So they quickly take matters into their own hands and swiftly invade the Benelux region. Benelux barely puts up any resistance. But the reason I think Belgium lasted much longer than the Netherlands, location. See, Belgium they were going this way. France falls out of the Rhine area of Germany. And France is now fighting a two-front war in Europe. which is exactly what they fear. But since Germany would most likely be way stronger in this time, would be just not as strong, I would say they would still invade towards Paris and northern France fast, with them quickly moving towards Normandy. Brittany is where the new Dunkirk is in this timeline, I guess you could call it, with them moving down behind the Maginot Line. Maginot Line falls. With France surrendering, does that mean all of their territories? No. They really don't sir. These areas don't end up getting fully captured. France capitulates specifically its mainland. It surrenders, so it doesn't surrender over these territories where they keep fighting, basically. They just move their fighting in this timeline. With them they did surrender, but Germany isn't in a path where they can physically do anything to these lands, so France just keeps these lands in this timeline. But Germany takes advantage of the situation, as they know, with Britain quickly moving troops into what's left of France. Italy also, with the help of Germany, moves across and establishes an occupation zone. I want to do the war changes through the war, but that would be hard. With them actually defeating France, technically. Britain starts its conscription, although the Soviets are called in to help Germany invade Poland. Because why not? Because in this timeline, they also invade Poland. Because Germany wanted to invade Poland, but didn't end up being able to. Right away, as they invade Poland, they establish control over a big chunk of it, with the Russians also invading. And as we know, this is going to go pretty bad pretty quick. And the full fall of Poland happened. The annexation by the Soviets of the Baltics happened. Lands in Poland. So on, let's not color it in. But Germany doesn't like this because, one, they didn't conquer much of North Africa because they weren't as strong as in our timeline. And they only have 2 allies, and the Russians are not at war with the allies. Just to let you guys know, they're only at war with Poland. Only were at war with Poland. With a quick fall in North Africa by Britain and its Commonwealth. America would probably be brought in, but I doubt it, with Germany not doing so well in this timeline. I don't know if that would happen. And let's look at Ethiopia. So what happened? It's still there. Just kidding. With a knockout of Africa, this is probably 1942, maybe. I don't think Germany is going to end up doing Operation Barbarossa. With probably Russia seeing an opportunity to helping the Allies. With the Allies saying, we'll give you Eastern Germany, Hungarian influence, and whatever else you want. To which the Russians are like, that's good. With the Russians saying we still get Polish lands at the end of the war, and this is what they end up doing right away. With Germany in a bit of trouble, as France is already falling early in this timeline, as Germany was sort of really moving its military up between 1937 and 1939, so they probably still did that, but keep in mind, they didn't conquer as much territory. With Russia moving in, they're being closed in on 2 fronts, and then France decides to make a landing here. And they take out this land, and so on, and they manage to take out these islands. This is a French Africa doing all of the success. Not France in specific, but France, if that makes sense. And so on. They then invade lands, and with their invasions being a success, with Germany having lost early in this timeline, actually probably still 1945, but they didn't conquer as much of Africa, and Free France didn't end up happening. With Hungary becoming under Soviet influence, because the Soviet Union is a Soviet Union, which is, with the Soviets having a bit of success in the Winter War, or do they? Yeah, they definitely did the Winter War still. And as you can see, the Soviets mean business. But would they be as motivated to fight? Probably not as many casualties in this scenario as in our world. A lot of different things, and good things would come out of this. There's also the bad negatives, but there's always bad things. At least Germany fell earlier. With Mussolini still somehow not being hung, but he probably did get hung and we just don't know that. Yeah. With Mussolini being found in a bunker, dead. Wait, what? Oh my god, this alternate history is just weird. Do you guys like these alternate history videos with me making funny jokes about the history? See, France and Britain, you shouldn't have appeased Germany. Germany would have kept eating and eating and eating and eating and eating and eating and eating. Because Germany likes to eat land. Well, then again, Russia does now. Maybe Poland will become a world power one day that we all need to watch out for. With them crossing the Alpines. And everybody's like, wait, what? And at this point, one of the things that could have also caused this early defeat is they didn't invade Norway and Denmark, establishing good steel connections to them. But really, one of the things that's most important in your strength, in my opinion, is oil. And look at Germany. Not much oil. They didn't have Romania's oil fields in this timeline, or they never invaded all the way to the Caucasus, establishing control over oil, 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 oil. Now let's see what happened after the oil, the oil world happened. And that's all for today's video. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Just kidding. The video ain't over. But you want to see the peace treaty and see how Adolf got punished? Well, Adolf died because Adolf just killed himself. But yeah, that still happens. Wait, I should probably show something. But yes, Adolf was found dead in this timeline too. Poland's like, yes, I can be strong. Wait a minute, Poland. You might want to wait a bit. Same with you, Czechoslovakia. And Romania, you too. You keep your land, but the Baltics definitely did get annexed, and so did some lands. Italy's colonies were gave independence. As is, because it's easy for me, because I'm lazy. And Russia was just Russia, because Russia is Russia. I didn't give them what they took from Finland, because Finland is too good. The Britain says you can have land from Poland. You can have extra land from Poland. Poland's government is infuriated, so the Russians turn them communists. That's just a Russia thing. Germany just looks, ew. Like, look, it looks like our Germany, but with two weird sticks. But yeah. And then Italy loses Albania because they don't deserve it. France is just France and annexes everything that they can get away with, which includes the Rhineland. Britain's Britain. It's like, France, you're going to cause World War III. France is like, what? No, you're going to cause it. And maybe I go through, like, ask me for any alternates you want. Also, keep in mind, this is my alternate future. If you want to see a informative alternate future, there's other places you can tell me and I can try to make one. But, you know, me. But yeah. So guys, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. We've got 23 subscribers to go. That's all for today's video. Wild Mapper out on the fly. Thanks guys. Wild Mapper gone. Bye. Also, Russia made